need to know what in the hell is going on.
I think we might have stumbled into a war with one of the most powerful dynasties in the universe.
Why is this happening to me?
You are royalty, Your Majesty.
You are in for a surprise when you find out what I do for a living.
That's not what you do. It's what you are.
This is science fiction, but this is science fiction pushing more towards space opera. People say, last time I heard that word, all those words, it was applied to Guardians of the Galaxy. And y'all got to come on.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Trek, Star Wars. You can't just blow off that word space opera.
Oh, man. Y'all, those two words. You got a lot of that coming. Somebody said the Wachowskis, y'all better come on with the come on if y'all trying to get. Hey, there are a lot of people in the space opera game right now.
Yeah, it's back on.
It's back on. You got to come correct with that shit. Let's see if the Wachowskis did. Now, in Jupiter Ascending, this is, like I said, it's some true space opera shit to the point where it's just fucking geeky, man. It's Mila Kunis. She is Jupiter Jones. Now, she's a maid who spends all her days scrubbing shit stains from toilets. Yet she doesn't realize that she is an intergalactic royal queen who becomes the target of a family who need her for their own selfish means. The only hope that she has to survive is the half-wolf space hunter Kane Wise, played by Channing Tatum.
Sounds silly when you say it.
Come on, man. It was so hard to get through that because I want to laugh so bad, man. I want to laugh because also I think it's just hilarious that the Wachowskis are the only ones out there that can do tons of drugs, get high as hell, and have somebody give them $200 million.
Was it 200?
To make their vision a reality.
Yeah.
It was, if you want to round it up, yeah, it was about $175 million. Is what I heard.
That's the thing. You know, the movie looks expensive.
It does. It's got. That's what I'm talking about, people. It's got. The money shows in this. The money is there. I mean, you look at this, and yeah, I mean, you're looking at this and you say, man, you know, I see nothing but shades of Star Wars in there, maybe a few other things, but really, when you get into all the spaceships and stuff, you know, I see a lot of Star Wars in there, and it also, I mean, when you look at it. Yeah, everybody likes a story about a common person that is bigger than what they are. So that's where your Matrix elements come in here. You have this one person who's a nobody who all of a sudden they realize I'm the one.
Right.
And
there's a lot, you know, there's way too many stories like that. I mean, I'm not saying there's way too many, but the's so many.
But this one is revealed.
Luke Skywalker was a farm boy.
Of course, but this one is revealed to be the one where she's known to a whole other world that the rest of us common people don't see.
Right.
There's a whole, in fact, when aliens come down and destroy the fucking city, people's minds get wiped and everybody just goes back to business as usual, not knowing that there was some bigger shit than them out there. So, you know, you can see them trying to attempt to make another Matrix right here. And I for one don't want to criticize ambition like this. But I'm going to be honest with you people. Watching this shit, for me, it's like watching somebody tell you about this great idea they have for a story for 2 hours, passionately. And when they're done and out of breath, they say, so what did you think? And you look at them and said, you know, I had no fucking idea what you were talking about. I sat through this and I said, man, y'all got, I don't know how many stories y'all got going on, but finish one of them. You know, or pull the others back and just concentrate on one character or one story or one plot. Because right now, all this shit is coming head on and starting a fucking collision of plot lines right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of world building going on in this and not enough character. What became apparent to me with this movie is that what we get here is a hastily edited version of a much longer movie. Like there will probably be some director's cut that's 4 hours long where you can go through this and it really explains it, but it is going down several rabbit holes where you're like, I forgot why I showed up for this and what's going on.
I don't know who's gonna sit down and watch 4 hours of this shit.
No, but
not me.
Because at the end of the 4 hours, what you will have is a movie that's still not any better than what this one is. Because ultimately, it's like it's weird. It does that weird thing where it seems very complicated, everything that's going on, but the story is actually very simple. Too simple. It's partly a fairy tale. It starts out like a fairy tale, and it becomes a space opera, and the fairy tale elements keep coming back in, kind of dumbing things down.
Yeah, it is a total fairy tale right there. I'm like, hey man, I just learned that fairy tales and science fiction don't really match that well.
I mean, for me, like a movie that a lot of people love that I don't care for is The Fifth Element. Mm-hmm. And it's one of these movies where it's like, maybe like, it's just like Heavy Metal Magazine. And I'm like, no, it looks like Heavy Metal Magazine, but if you actually read Heavy Metal Magazine, it's actually much better than what this is.
Yeah.
And the movie is always too silly. I was like, man, if they remake that movie and you make it serious, then you got me. Well, and it's like, here they did that, and I'm like going like, all right, I was wrong. It just doesn't work at all. Just don't even try to do it.
I'm trying not to be snarky and mean here, but for me, I'm just gonna break it down to you. This is like a fucking 13-year-old today that just saw Star Wars or Star Trek for the first time and forgot that I grew up with this shit and went off and wrote their version of it. And when and keep in mind, wrote a 13-year-old's version of Star Wars. Some people say, damn, Star Wars already got the 13-year-old version itself. No, more childish than that. I mean, I'm looking at this. This is every fucking cliche of an adolescent science fiction story that I've seen, man. This is you have the rogue hero. You got all the villains that talk with British accents.
Yes.
You have the damsel in distress, who's either a princess or in this case a queen right here. Mm-hmm. And you also have every villain with the name Lord somebody. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Can we just stop with the fucking Lord shit?
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Can we get another title? Can we get Mayor Mac Asshole or Commander Cocksucker or something? I mean, everybody got to be Lord something. And this is not even scratching the surface of what's wrong with this movie and how Warner Brothers was not confident in this film at all. Now, I'm gonna show y'all a trailer, right? I mean, I'm not trailer. I'm gonna show you a clip right here, and you can see in the clip that the production is there, and which even makes it kind of sadder because you see all the resources and money and production
that's the saddest thing about this. It's heartbreaking because the designs are beautiful. Like they do, like the art of this movie, you want to run out and buy it because it's gorgeous. The effects look great. A lot of the action sequences, really well done. Yeah, it's just all the stuff that you need to like make you care and hold on to it.
Exactly.
That's not there.
And you'll see in this clip right here exactly what we're talking about. Money's there. Money just being thrown around.
Would your majesty place her hand here
Well,
to
majesty.
receive the signifying bond?
Tracking heavy sim activity. That's gotta be where she is.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Use the force, Channing. Damn, what the fuck was that? Now that's the only part that creeped me out.
What's that?
It's like they got a cross, but it looked like a science fiction film. It looked like half the cast of Pulp Fiction and the Hunger Games crashed the set right here. They got the gimp with the Hunger Games people. I'm like, the fuck? At first I thought those were monkeys with makeup on and shit. I'm like, some of this shit got a little too weird for me. But as you can see, the money's there.
What's going on? What was that?
Put your goddamn hands on that shit.
Mr. Wise, you are as resourceful as promised.
Damn, you look like him like you want to fuck him.
He does.
You're like, ooh, Magic Mike is here. You're like, I saw that movie. It's funny, man. You know what I find funny in these kind of movies right here? Is like and I know y'all do this on purpose. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute.
All right.
Give me a moment, people. Here it is, right here.
Just stare at me.
You got that's why I didn't mean to leave the camera on you. Like you can't see this too well, but I'm gonna see if I can pause it for you at the right moment. I want to show y'all something. I like how in these movies where they have mostly white people dressed up in all these decadent outfits and everything, and a lot of times all dressed in white. And for some reason, y'all choose the darkest Negro to come in there and stand out against everybody. and he always got to look on his plate like, shit, what the fuck is that? I thought you white folks is crazy, right? At least they ain't got him serving shit, you know. So
Right,
that's kind of
exactly,
cool. Yeah,
exactly. And he's part of the wedding party.
Yeah,
He's an important figure.
yeah. You know, yeah. You look at this, and so you're saying, man, you know this. How did these guys, if they're telling this kind of story, this weak story, like you guys are saying, how do they get the money to do this? And I really don't know, man, because the money is there, and I really want, and not even let me show you some of the best parts of this. They have creature designs that they're not letting me show. They have
that's
these.
too bad.
Yeah, man, they were really careful on putting the trailer, the clips that they want to show you out there. Like they got these big dragon-like creatures who are part of the commanders of an army, and they look kind of cool. I mean, there's you know, it's kind of silly, but they have a bunch of aliens that you see flying the ships and whatnot. And I think that they're kind of scared that people are going to compare this too much to Star Wars because they know this is not going to compete.
Sure.
But the thing that they are doing the most that they're trying to hide, this movie, they had it planned to be released in the summer of 2014. Yeah, it was going to be released this past summer.
Yeah, I thought it was either summer or fall or something.
And then they tried to push it off to the fall, said maybe Christmas, and then they said just put this shit out.
Yeah,
you know. And now it's February, and now that it's February, they know. Now we talk people tonight. We got two movies that it seems like they're going to try to screw around with people that are up for Oscar nominations. Almost like the competition knew somebody that said, like, had some blackmail on there. Mm-hmm. Hey man, release Jupiter Ascending right now. Fuck with Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah, Eddie Redmayne thinks he's got it in the bag, huh? Show that. Let's Norbit his ass.
Eddie Redmayne is in this, and everybody's trying to do him a solid right now. Warner Brothers said, look, man, we're going to get this shit out, but we're going to do you a favor. We ain't going to show you in any of the clips.
Oh, they don't? I figured that was the moneymaker. That's the reason. Is the Theory of Everything one of their movies?
Eddie Redmayne is up for Best Actor at the Oscars for playing Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything, and they're about to Norbit this motherfucker right here. They didn't put one clip.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
They didn't give me one clip, not one clip, but they did show this fool in the trailer, and what they showed in the trailer was pretty telling. I gotta tell you something. A lot of times we say trailers lie.
You're right. I think I've seen this clip, and I thought, this is an isolated moment. This is probably where he loses his shit. Not realizing, no, this is how he delivers all of his dialogue.
The trailers lie, but this is the most truthful, honest ass trailer I have ever seen. Eddie Redmayne got two modes in this movie. He's wheezing, trying to get his words out. Or he's yelling at somebody. And somebody who worked in this trailer said, you know what? I don't like that motherfucker Eddie Redmayne. Right. I'm going to show you. The trailer shows you the two modes of Eddie Redmayne in this movie. I want her dead. That's him to the whole film.
And that's not just because something went wrong. That's how he does it all through the movie. Like, of all the big things that keep going wrong in this movie, there's so many things. Like, I hate to just keep ragging on that, but there's just so many things. So you got, like, acting styles are kind of all over the place. I thought Channing Tatum actually showed up to work. I'm like, you know what? He's actually really acting.
Yeah.
And he got a job. He's like, hey, people expect one thing from me. I'm trying different stuff. Now, Mila Kunis, she's like, boy, you talk about somebody who don't want to be there. she's really phoning it in. I'm surprised she wasn't on her cell phone the whole time. And she's miscast. She's way too old for this role.
Oh, you know what?
So on her end, she's completely underacting to the point where it's like, God damn, can we get somebody else? Eddie Redmayne, on the other hand, is overacting to compensate for her, and he's overacting so much. Oh! I'm like, I don't know who won the Razzie, but they need to take it away and give it to him.
I'm telling you,
this is like the worst performance I've seen in maybe all year.
This is one of those cases where somebody did an amazing job with something, and then somebody just decided to fuck with them. I want her dead.
Like, I don't know, like, as an actor, like, how he made the decision, like, this is how I'm gonna play this character. All I kept thinking the whole time I'm watching him, I'm like, you know what? Nobody better make fun of Christian Bale's Batman voice anymore, because this is the new shit right here.
It was funny because the thing is, he thought it was safe. Somebody said, "Hey man, they about to release your movie in February." No, don't do that. And the movie, he really is like that. He is terrible in this film. It's almost like he has a speech impediment to where he starts to talk like this and then get loud. Like, don't let him through the drive-through at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll have a 6 McNuggets. God damn, man, you ain't.
Yeah, if you watch this movie on an airplane, every time he talks, you'll probably turn the volume up just so you can hear what he's saying. Just so he can scream in your ear.
He would. No. You know, you'd be like,
Oh,
no.
I'm bleeding now. Come on.
Is this thing on? Turn it up a little bit. Try it again. Fuck, man. What the fuck? Your ears bleeding and shit. The fuck is wrong with you, man?
And he's just the worst villain.
He really is. He's what's so bad about this is that he's doing Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter.
Right. Like a really weak one.
Yeah. At least you could understand Lord Voldemort.
And Lord Voldemort, he was gangster. Like the way he would hold his wand all sideways.
Oh yeah.
Like he had a Glock in Compton. Oh. But this dude here, like, yeah, he's all threatening until you tap him. He's like,
I mean, look at him.
Dr. Smith from Lost in Space.
Look at him. Look, you can tell he's a bitch.
He is.
In the movie's a bitch. He ain't no fucking villain. Even by the end of the movie, he's fighting Mila Kunis.
Yeah, and she's kicking his ass.
I mean, he tries to come with it. He's like, "You're just like mother," and she just kicks him right in his ankle. He's like, "Ow! Ow! Stop it! He's a bitch. Look at him. He sits around getting manicures all day and fucking makeovers. He's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't nobody.
Yeah. But like a whole lot was worked out with the way this system of government works. Because I mean, one of the things that's cool is like they explain it like you're like, wait, how is all this real? It's like, oh wow, you think your planet is the only one with life?
Now that was actually kind of cool.
It was cool. It's like there's more to the universe than you can even count, and yet you think that you're the center of it. Jesus, lady.
There were plenty of times where the aliens, and I like that, they said, look, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
All right, compared to everything, you really don't know, do you? You ignorant motherfucker.
that was cool. And, Channing Tatum, he's a badass. And the stuff they have for him, it's actually really cool.
I'm trying to pull up a clip of Channing Tatum right. Hold on. There was, that's one of the things that,
He makes skating look cool.
That's one of the things about the movie that I actually did enjoy is Channing Tatum. Look at I can't. I'm sorry, people. I just saw another. Look at this. He's a bitch. Look at motherfuckers doing Prel commercials and shit. No. Do you like my hair? Fucking bitch. I'm sorry, I had to stop. That.
I know it's true.
But I'm trying to find a picture of Channing Tatum here. Channing Tatum in the movie, he's actually he's great in the film.
Yeah.
He's actually a really great actor in the movie.
Yeah, he is.
I watched this and I said, man, I want to hear it, Martin. I want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it back in the day. I said, you know what? That boy's got potential.
No, you.
I said, man, he's gonna be a good actor. Y'all like, well, why don't you just fuck him already? I was like, damn, man.
Hey, man, we had Keanu Reeves as a model. We didn't know. Honestly, for 2014. He's not even nominated, and he gave my favorite performance of the year. Foxcatcher.
Yeah, in this movie, he's probably him and Sean Bean are probably the best two actors in the film.
Yeah, and like their whole plot line is one where they mention it. It's a bit cliche, but you're like, I want to know more about that. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, tough shit.
Yeah,
because we're gonna allude to it. But we ain't gonna really tell you what that's all about.
Yeah, when he actually gets to the farm and starts hanging out with Sean Bean, you feel like you figure out that him and Sean Bean have this backstory where they have an alliance, but they really don't like each other that much. That I said, man, now that's some real space cowboy shit right there.
Yeah. When it got there and started going into that, I'm like, all right, okay, all right. It's a little rough, but we this is gonna get going. It's another movie that's also undone by a forced romance.
You know what? That is true, as we saw in that clip right here.
Yeah.
It's
like they two characters that hang out together for a little while, and it's like you're having trouble because you love her.
Yeah,
and it's like, what?
If this had been real, because Mila Kunis just meets this dude. Now she scrubs shit in toilets all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude come down with space boots and picks her up and carries her away. She's gonna be like, fuck yeah, I'm in love. This is the best it's gonna get. I mean, what other guy's gonna come down from outer space and pick me up? But the thing is that he would be like, because Sean Bean tells him, I mean, he just met her, and Sean Bean is like, oh, you're in love with her. He would have been like, man, I just fucking met this chick.
Right.
Why you worse than my mother, trying to set me up with her. Mm-hmm. The problem with this is that ultimately, this is the kind of film that they used to make back in the 80s and early in late 70s when Star Wars just came out.
Yeah.
This is the exact same thing. Now the Wachowskis, they have their heart in this more than those copycat films or those ripoffs. But that's what it is. As far as story goes, I mean, really, if you take the money away from this, you would have any of those movies from the late 70s and the 80s where they tried to cash in on the Star Wars craze.
It's true.
And and it's sad because that's what it is.
I mean, it's sad because that's what it ends up being, but I can see that like they wanted more out of it. They built a lot here, but what's on the screen, what actually makes it there is just something very simple. It's a Star Wars ripoff. I mean, I hate to even call it that, but there's no way around it. But elements of the Matrix, with the whole like, oh, that thing that you think a ghost, that's actually this other thing.
Exactly.
And with the some very kick-ass action sequences.
Yeah, no, it is. But look, I don't know anything about the Wachowskis. We used to call them the Wachowski brothers.
I guess
it's Wachowski brother and sister, just the Wachowskis.
Yeah.
I don't know how they keep getting money, man. It's kind of like they really are wanting the Matrix, and so they need to kind of pull back on that, man. I mean, you look at this and really,
when they made the Matrix, they got the money and they shot it elsewhere, like in New Zealand or wherever, where nobody could see what they were doing.
Well, man, you know what? Here, they need to pull back. The Wachowskis need to pull back and need to do something smaller, or they need to produce.
Like Bound.
Like Bound, yeah, exactly. When they first started, they weren't working in science fiction. They weren't working in fantasy. They did Bound. And they produced some great things.
Oh, yeah.
Like V for Vendetta. They have a Netflix show coming out that might be pretty cool. Sense8, I think is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And so, but as far as what they're doing, I still don't know how these motherfuckers are going in and asking for, with their track record, how they're asking for $175 million and getting that shit.
And well, the thing is, like, as I watch this, there's a point where there's a point where you realize, okay, this is where it is, and it's not going to get any better.
Yeah,
it's just time to ride it out and just notice things about it. But something I just thought is like, man, if they recast Mila Kunis's part, because she's completely wrong for this. Mm-hmm. And they brought in the right script doctor who could inject some humor into it.
That's what
it could have saved it.
What's going on? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Shit, I'm sorry.
But those two things could have saved this movie.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what was missing from this. You were right. It was they just took themselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
And this is a fucking parody of Star Wars, and they're taking this shit seriously.
Yeah.
Hell, let you and me go in. Even if we had made the Matrix, let you and me go in and ask for $175 million to make this script. Fucking what we get right there. Mother lying on the ground. What happened? Shit. What'd I say? Yeah.
They could have killed him doing that.
That motherfucker
could have bled to death right down the street.
People, that's from Beverly Hills Cop. That always made me laugh. They took that motherfucker.
But the door was right there. they got to spend $400 to replace that glass.
Afro stayed intact, but that motherfucker, that glass.
Like, like that's a way to make a point, though.
Shit, I bet he didn't go back into that.
It's funny you cut it out right there, but it is him laying there like, God damn, that wasn't even necessary.
He really was positive, like, just threw me through a fucking window. he didn't have no smart ass answer for that shit.
Right.
Even with that fall right there, you can tell he's confused. What the fuck is happening?
He even had those tennis shoes.
I sure do. I would have been wearing those tennis shoes when Warner Brothers threw me out that fucking studio. How much you want? Get this motherfucker out of here. Wait, what I say? Hey, people. Look, normally, any other circumstance, I would have probably said this is some old bullshit because they really are taking something that's kind of farcical too seriously. I mean, it's somebody who's really into their own shit and taking themselves way too seriously, and that can be annoying at times. But I had to give it to these guys. They do have a vision. They stood by it, and I praise them for that. Outside of just the visuals, outside of just the special effects, for me, there's nothing there. This is childish to me. So I'm going to give this kind of just a mediocre. I mean, especially when you have actors not even trying in this. Mila Kunis and Mr. Sneezy.
He's trying too much.
He's trying too much. Some of the performances in here that aren't even that good. I got to give this sort of a mediocre rental. I mean, it's just this is something I just can't see myself sitting through again unless I'm forced to.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm pretty much right there with you. I mean, it's from all those things, the two various acting, and there's just the story itself, how it collapses on itself and it falls apart. That's the kind of thing where had it been a cheaper movie and not had the great art direction that it had, I would have said some old bullshit. But it's a gorgeous movie to look at. Like if you were to rent it and at home where you can see it very well, because we saw it on a screen that was dark and out of focus.
Did you ever find out what was going on with that?
I did talk to High.
What did he say? I didn't see nothing.
No. He said he talked to them. He was pissed. He was like, "Man, I've recommended those guys, and they're just a bunch of idiots."
Yeah.
Now. You saw they're doing another screening. They apologized, but it's like, yeah, I ain't going to go sit through this again.
They tried to. So we saw this when it was kind of fuzzy. Yeah. I mean, it was, and again, giving the movie credit, it actually looked great even when it was out of focus. Yeah, it still looked great, and because that's the only reason why I didn't get up. I said, you know what, I'm not that into the movie. I got to get up and go try to tell them something. But at the same time, it's really shining through the visuals right here. Including Channing Tatum. But
you know what? But like, say you rent it, and it's a movie that you have on. Maybe you're checking your phone while you watch it. You're not really paying attention to the story, but just looking at it. It's fun. It's beautiful. There's a lot here, and like I said, if they put out the art of Jupiter Ascending, by all means, buy that.
Yeah, you know what? So what do you give it a
rental?
A rental.
Yeah.
You know what you do with this movie? You watch this movie while you X'd up on Molly at a DJ show. That's what the fucking DJ has playing behind him the whole time. While you sitting up there tripping balls and shit.
Yeah. Well, if you were in a bar, this movie's playing background, you couldn't hear it. You'd be like, "Damn, what is that? I've never seen this movie, man. What is the name of this? I gotta rent that shit when I get home."
Mm-hmm. And then when you get home, you rent that shit. You put that shit back in the box. And be like,
I was drunk.
That. Or you go like, wow, this is amazing. Whoa. Oh,
that's too bad.
That's too bad, people. That's too bad.
It is what it is. Like,
don't cry, Eddie Redmayne. Don't cry.
And so something with so many movies like this, when they're bad, we like, yeah, of course it was. Good for you. That's what you get. This one's like, oh man,
we don't want to root for movies to be bad if they, if there's something there, if they really showed an honest effort. And this movie did. I don't like talking. I really don't like talking bad about this.
No,
movie.
Same here.
This bitch right here, I can talk all day about his ass. I like Eddie Redmayne. It's funny because
he's so bad. It's almost like I want to recommend people watch it just to see how terrible he is.
You just want to sabotage the theory of everything.
Well, there is that too.
It's funny because everybody came out of. I didn't get it. Everybody came out the theory of everything, and they was like, "Man, that motherfucking Eddie Redmayne. I don't like that dude." I'm like, "What?" People like, man, there's been a lot of hate against Eddie Redmayne.
Really?
Maybe y'all saw something I didn't.
It's some weird lips he has, maybe.
That's what it is. I think guys are confused by him. I think guys, they look at him. Let me find that clip of him in here. We come out the fucking, because really, when you look at him, it's confusing. Because you're like, damn, he's obviously a dude, but for some reason, I look like a girl I fucked before.
Yeah, he's got that kind of Cillian Murphy, very slight kind of femme. It's a dude, but there's something kind of femme about
guys. The reason why guys don't like him, guys will tell you, man, you'll think it's jealousy because he's got fame, he's got money, probably got more girls than you do. But guys, it's that Cillian Murphy thing. You're right. Guys look at him and they say, God damn it, if I put some lipstick and rouge on this motherfucker, I could fuck him easy. He's got those fuck me lips right there. He's all wet and shit. And that's the thing. If you got drunk around this dude and he gave you that look, you wake up in bed with him the next day. Good morning.
No, damn it, I told myself like this.
Shit, not again.
How was it for you?
Hey, Martin.
Yes.
Oh, Martin, it's a tragedy. You know what else would be a tragedy, Martin? Another tragedy.
If I can't answer these questions.
Man, if you can't answer these questions for people, because, Martin, it's time for you to win a gold star. Martin gets a gold star for you, people. That's right. It is trivia time here on the Double Toasted Movie Review Extravaganza. Oh, Martin's into it. Look at him. He's ready. Boom, 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 boom. Keep your energy up, Martin. Keep your energy up. You're going to need it. People, as I mentioned before the show, we need some players for our trivia. Now, let me go ahead and put it right out here for you before I explain how this goes, because I want to get it out there as early as possible. If you want to play some trivia with us, don't worry, I'll fill you in later. But if you want to play some trivia with us, send me an email at kcoolmans@gmail.com. Put in the subject line, I want to play a game. And then I'll know that's you wanting to come in specifically to be a participant and win some cash tonight. That's right, man. I got $1 million I got to give away, man. We're making so much money with this. I can't. The bank said, man, we ain't got no more room for it. You got to shake $1 million off, man. Give it all away tonight. That's an invisible money, by the way. That's redeemable at any invisible store in the world. any imaginary store here in the world. Now, I got some real money for you, too. Not quite $1 million, but I got some real money for you. All right, just send me an email while I describe the game. Let me go ahead, get my music out. Having fun tonight, Martin.
Me too.
Let me get my music out here.
Man,
well.
You mentioned the banks, and it reminded me of something I read.
What?
That I don't know how this slipped past me. Maybe it didn't by you. But how racist is this in Harry Potter that the banks are all tended by these little greedy hook-nosed characters?
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I thought you were going to say the check bounce that I gave you.
No.
You know what's funny about the bank? When your check bounces right off the wall. Hey, yeah, man. They have a scene in here. Warner Brothers love putting bankers and accountants looking like hook-nosed Jews.
Yeah.
In this movie, they have a straight-up Harry Potter scene. They have a straight-up Harry Potter scene here where they have to go through all this bureaucracy to get some sort of tax ID number or something. Literally, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You stand in line like you're at the DMV. But all of these places are run by hook-nosed aliens.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on
all
with
these
that?
movies keep doing that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But hey, Martin, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to worry about the big-nosed Negro in front of me right now. And Martin, this is how we're going to play this game.
All
Now,
right.
as I told you, this movie feels like those Star Wars rip-off films from the 80s and late 70s. Now, I have a description for about 5 of those rip-off.
Oh, no. You're killing me.
No, Martin, it might not be that hard.
Oh.
Now, what I'm going to do, imagine I'm a coked-up executive.
Okay.
And I walk into a studio. And
This is the pitch.
This is the pitch. They just told me we want from you a Star Wars type franchise. I went in the bathroom, came back out. Got it. It's like Star Wars, but that's how this is going to be played. Now, when I give the description, you got to tell me the Star Wars ripoff that I described.
Cargill could nail these. I'm rusty on them, but
The fact that you mentioned Cargill lets me know that you probably know something here. All right, we'll see, Martin.
All right.
We'll see.
All right.
Now, Martin, let's go ahead and see if we can get a player for the game. Can't do the game unless we have somebody here to play with us. Let me go ahead and pull up. Let me pull up the Gamels. And here we are right here. Okay, Marcus Kilgore said, I never get a chance to play. Marcus, really? All right, Marcus. Marcus is in the chat crying and shit. I never get a call. I hope I get the chance. All right, Marcus.
All right, Charlie Brown.
You know, Marcus is he's here every night. He supports.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get Marcus on. He says, pick me, please. Pick me, please. Okay. Marcus Kilgore. See if Marcus can kill this game right here. That's up to you, Martin. Marcus, he just sits back anyways. See, if we have a studio, we can actually bring up players from the audience to play.
Oh, let them play.
Let them play.
Let
right
me
there in
sit
front.
back.
Now, Martin, I want you to take that board over there. Marcus, come on, brother. Come on, man. I swear to God, man.
Good evening, this is Marcus.
Hey, Marcus.
Good evening, Marcus. How are you?
I'm doing good there, Corey. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. Are you ready to play a game?
Corey, Martin, it's good to hear from you. How you two been?
Doing not too bad,
Marcus. We're doing great, Marcus. We're doing better now that we're talking to you, my man. Let me see.
Oh, you're so kind.
I'm looking at Saul. What the hell is this? Saul just sent me a picture of a howler monkey. Why'd you do that? I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and get ready to play the game. Now, Marcus, I've already described how we're going to play this game to Martin. We got that out the way. So that means that we can just move on to getting you your prize. How's that sound?
Let's do this. Let's make this happen.
Let's make this happen. Hey, Marcus, where you calling from, man?
San Jose, California.
San Jose, California.
Do you know the way?
It's funny you talk about that, Corey, because I'm actually going to be headed to Austin in April. There's a music festival called Euphoria, so we get to visit Austin for the first time.
Oh, nice. Are you going to come see us?
There won't be time, so I'm not going to try to reach you. I know you two are awesome, but I'm going to be spending all my time there at the festival.
Well, that's a blow to the fucking ego
I know.
right there.
Yeah, I'm coming all the way to where you live. I'm going to be in your backyard. You going to come by? Nah.
You know, because can you blame me, man? That's usually followed by, and hey,
Yeah,
I see you guys on the show. Can I sleep on the couch? Yeah, you can't blame me. It wasn't true ego right here.
Right. No, it wasn't.
In fact, I admire this brothers, and you know what? Fuck y'all.
Right.
Yeah, in fact, thank you for giving me my space. God damn it. All right. Yeah, please.
Oh, by the way, Corey, can I just give a shout out to the chat? How y'all doing?
All right.
The chat don't love you.
The chat don't love you. The chat's going.
The chat doesn't love anybody.
How much you want to bet the chat is turning on your ass right now?
You got some ascension, so they don't like that.
Yeah.
That chat is full of crabs in a bucket.
You know what? Let's see. Let me see what
Marcus, what is?
Oh, look at that already. Look what the fuck, Marcus? Look at that.
It's a fake Hector.
Yeah.
Can a guy get a break?
Somebody says, "Course, should hang up on his ass right now." Look at that. Look, once you step out, man, they talk about your ass. Once you step out. All right, let's go ahead and get on with the game right here.
All right,
let's do this,
Marcus. Since you too good to come see us, let's see if you can actually win this game. Marcus, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually get an answer from you, and I'm gonna get an answer from Martin. Martin, that means you have to write your answer down.
All right.
On the board.
Oh man.
Yeah, but Martin has to be the one to actually get the answer correct. He needs to get 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 trivia questions correct, our descriptions here, and then if he does, you win the game. Unless
I trust you, Martin.
All right, Martin, don't let him down. Martin, here we go. Martin, here's my first coked up executive pitch.
Okay.
All right, Martin, it's like Star Wars, but it'll be released by Disney. Have cuter robots and a scary existential ending. I can see this now, Martin. It's like Star Wars, except it'll be released by Disney. It'll have cuter robots, Martin. Now listen to me. And it'll have a scary existential ending. You feel me, man? Martin, write down your answer right there. Go ahead, man. Oh, Martin is thinking. Oh, Martin looking around the room. He's looking for that answer. Where'd it go? I dropped that answer here somewhere. Where is it? Martin ain't up there. I can tell you that ain't down there either.
Shit, I really don't know, man.
Martin, it's in here. Martin, come on, brother. Come on, write something down. Oh, Martin, that is done right now. Martin, let's go ahead and see your answer.
Wait, what's Marcus's answer?
Oh, yeah, Marcus. What's your answer, Marcus?
Oh man, I was blanked out on this. I'll just pick a guess. AI.
AI. Martin? And Martin says robots. Martin, that is wrong. Martin, it is the black hole.
I never saw the black
I never saw that movie either.
Well, it looks like your prize is going down a black hole right now, Marcus. Unless we get Martin on the ball. Wah. Yeah, motherfucker, you the one that's losing, so why to you? All right. But hey, Marcus, you know what? Don't worry. We have 4 more. Martin needs a warm-up sometimes.
Yeah. It's like, Martin says he's just getting his groove. He's just getting into his groove.
He's getting into his groove. That's right. So, Martin, let's go ahead. You usually find your footing right here. Let's go ahead with our next description. Martin. Now check it out. It's like Star Wars, but we'll make it cheaper using spaceship footage from other movies. It's brilliant. It's like Star Wars, but we'll make it cheaper, Martin. We'll use spaceship footage from other movies. Wow. Can't fail here. Economical and shit. Martin's writing hard, too.
I'm not sure about this.
Martin, I think he's got this.
Martin, I think Martin has this. Martin was writing hard. I'm going to say it one more time for the people out there who are not here right now. It's like Star Wars, but we'll make it cheaper. Using spaceship footage from other movies. And do you have it, people? All right. And time is up, Martin. Let's go ahead and see your answer right now.
Wait, what's Marcus's answer?
You're right. Marcus, what's your answer?
Crap. I don't know. Serenity?
Serenity.
I don't know.
Martin, what do you have? Martin has Battle Beyond the Stars. Martin, that is absolutely right.
Okay.
Battle Beyond the Stars. Now, Battle Beyond the Stars is a movie by Roger Corman, and Roger Corman, this was going to be a movie that was, I don't know what it was going to be a full-on production until they realized, we ain't got money to make another Star Wars.
You out your goddamn
you out your fucking mind? Unless your last name is Lucas, you better find another way around this shit. Roger Corman is known for making cheap films and making them profitable. So he said, fuck it, man, let's just pull some footage from other films. He even pulled footage from Bachelor Party and shit. Like, not even sci-fi movies.
Wow.
The Black Hole, if we go back, I didn't mention that, but The Black Hole was Disney's attempt to kind of cash in on the Star Wars craze that was going on at the time. But the funny thing about this is that they actually made it was a family film with these cute robots in there. But the end of the film is fucking frightening, man. It scared the shit out of kids.
Why? What happens?
I don't want to say, but it really did have sort of this existential ending to it when they go into the black hole and they even talk about heaven and hell and shit like that. It was deep, man. It was deep and fucking frightening for kids.
Damn.
Yeah, some
That's
people
trippy.
actually it's a cult classic, man, because
I've heard that.
how bold Disney was with this shit.
Yeah.
It was clear that Disney didn't know what the fuck they were doing with it, but it kind of came out saying, man, this at the time people saying this is the most badass fucking thing that y'all have done. Too bad nobody's gonna see it.
Nah.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our next description. And do my line of coke. All right, it's like Star Wars, man, but we'll combine it with arcade games. Kids love the arcade games.
Oh, I know this. I have to know this.
It's like Star Wars, man, but we'll combine it with arcade games. Kids love the arcade games, man. Oh, Martin's writing hard right now. Right, Martin's writing like he's hard.
Oh my God, Corey, I think I seriously know this one.
You serious? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Martin, you got your answer written down?
I got it.
Okay, Marcus, what is your answer, my friend?
The Last Starfighter.
Does Martin agree with that? Martin, you are right again, my friend. The Last Starfighter. The Last Starfighter.
Go Martin.
Look at you,
Go
yeah.
Martin.
Look, Marcus and Martin together again for the first time. Hey, look. The Last Starfighter was a movie. It was one of the more successful Star Wars ripoffs. I mean, it can't be denied that this was not a Star Wars ripoff, but they did make something cool where it was sort of. It started out Earthbound.
Yeah.
It cashed in on the whole arcade craze,
Right.
And then it was a movie about these aliens where they needed to pick the perfect pilot, sort of that Luke Skywalker. In this case, they put a video game on Earth that was a testing ground for who the perfect pilot would be. And the guy who got the highest score, in this case it was this kid on the poster, was the one that was going to be the next and the last Starfighter. The game in the movie was called The Last Starfighter, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. All right. Marcus, how old are you, man?
I am 30.
30. So, okay, so you remember this.
All right. Yeah, he's in the range.
Actually, funny enough, Corey, I just watched this film about half a year ago. It's the first time I've ever seen it.
Well, you know what? We just need one more, man. We just need one more.
Yeah, but this is where it gets difficult.
We need the last Starfighter.
That fourth question always gets me.
We'll see, Martin. We'll see. This is true. This is where the real game begins, Martin. But hold on, Martin. Let me tell you about my vision for this Star Wars ripoff. It's like Star Wars, but we'll dress it up as fantasy and name it after the world that it's set in. It's like Star Wars, but we'll dress it up as fantasy and we'll name it after the world that it's set in. Martin is writing something. Martin jumped right into it. Martin seems to be confident. He doesn't seem to be 100% confident, but he doesn't seem worried. Marcus, do you have an answer?
I kind of do.
What's your answer?
Should I say it right now?
Yeah, say it right now.
I don't know. I'm just going to just take a shot in the ballpark.
What is it?
Dune.
Dune. Martin, what do you have? Oh, Martin, you were wrong. If you were Marcus. But you were Martin, and you were right. It is Krull. Krull was a fantasy film set in the 80s. I believe it was 84, 85, somewhere around that time. But Krull dealt with, I guess, an ordinary guy who ended up being the savior of this planet or something. And here's where it comes in. He had an old wise sage with him. You know, all the army looked like stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was okay. Y'all put some fantasy on that shit. Fuck you.
But you know, it introduced us to the glaive, which became Blade's best weapon.
No. That don't have nothing to do with that. The Blade's weapon, that was some ancient Chinese shit. Kroll ripped that shit off. Blade just did it right. Well, hey, man, you know what? I congratulate a man who's won at this point, but I respect a man that continues to go on. Now, you can take your prize right here. You won it fair and square. Don't mind giving it to you. Happy to do so. You earned it. But being that we have one more question, and I don't like to waste things, I would like to keep going. I mean, I'm having fun. Aren't you having fun, Martin?
Yeah.
Martin's having fun.
Yeah,
you know, I would like to keep going. But, you know, that's up to you, man. A real man, like I say, would stick around. And you are a man. I mean, you know, at least I think you are.
Oh, it's like that, Corey?
Yeah, it's just like that.
Well, you know what? Life is a party, so you go big or you go home. We're going forward with this. Martin's got this.
That's what I like to hear.
You can always go home with your winnings.
Don't do that, man. Don't see. Don't be like Martin. Martin like to pussy out of life anytime he can. Don't be like that. You move forward. I've already heard your decision.
All right.
You committed to it.
It's on you at this point.
We got to go. We got to keep going. All right. But keep in mind that if you actually do this, you get a little bonus on top of that. So, you know, hey, it's worth it. I think it's worth it to keep going. Our last description from the coked up executive pitching his Star Wars ripoff. Yeah, it's like Star Wars, except I'll rip off my own movie and set it in a fantasy medieval world. It's like Star Wars, except I'll rip off my own movie and set it in a fantasy medieval world. All right, Martin, did you write it down?
I wrote something.
You wrote something down.
Yeah.
Now, you wrote it quick.
Yeah.
That means it's not a long time.
It's the answer that I almost used for the last one until I had to think about it.
Ooh, Mark, you might have it. Damn, I should have went for my other one. Marcus, your risk might have paid off. Marcus, what do you think that is?
I don't know.
Name something.
I honestly don't know.
Okay, you don't know.
I'm just going to say Willow.
I don't know. Willow, you be right? Well, now that's a want right there. Martin, what do you have?
Willow.
Martin went to Willow. And Martin, I'm sorry, but you have caused Corey to lose some money tonight. The answer is Willow. Martin came through for you. The answer is Willow. Now, this is a Ron Howard directed movie, but it's produced by George Lucas, and a lot of people they say, "Hey, man, we're on to you, George. We know that you're just trying to recreate another Star Wars."
It's funny because, as time has gone by, people forget that Ron Howard directed it. All they know is like George Lucas, Willow.
Yeah, they
fucked up again.
I know they put all the bad shit on him. Meanwhile, Ron Howard just backing out the room. Running
he's in the crowd too, like,
yeah.
Get him.
She's the first one that threw an apple at George Lucas. Fuck you. Who threw that?
He made me do it.
But Willow. Now, Willow is a medieval fantasy film. But when you look at the elements there, Willow, played by, I forgot his name, but he
Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis, who was an Ewok.
Yeah.
Now, he's your Luke Skywalker in the movie. You got your Princess Leia, the redheaded princess right there.
Joanne Whalley.
The villain rode around with a big skull. He was Darth Vader.
Val Kilmer was Han Solo.
And Val Kilmer, Madley or whatever.
What's his name? Dang it, I had it a second ago.
Mad Mardigan.
Yeah, Mad Mardigan. I was calling him Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, that's what I started calling his Hannibal. But he was clearly Han Solo. So yes, even though this isn't science fiction, it was an attempt to rip. It was George Lucas ripping off himself with that. So very good. You got some movie facts right there. We got a prize given out. We had a good time with a game. Got to spend time with one of our toasties. All right, my friend. Marcus.
Hey, Marcus, real quick. So Euphoria, it's a music festival. What's it about? What kind of music festival?
It's the Euphoria Music. It's actually a music and camping festival. It's mainly geared towards EDM music. So I'm sure Corey and Martin, you probably know this too, like, Diplo, Skrillex.
Oh,
I know this.
Okay.
Yeah, I know these things.
Those types of artists.
Shit, brother, I might be out there with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, man, is there going to be some ecstasy out there?
Well, Molly will be found. Let's put it that way.
Is that what they call it now? Molly?
Molly's a more potent kind of ecstasy, man. Yeah.
I would only take a quarter of it at a time back when it was what it used to be.
Yeah, pop the Molly, I'm sweating, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Molly's a new thing. Let me see here. Martin, you don't need to
I got an old leaky heart. I don't know if I could take this new stuff.
Man, you don't need to do that. You're gonna kill
Actually, quick
yourself.
question, Corey. I'm going to be there in April. You any advice on like what I should bring in terms of clothing?
You'll be in April?
Yeah.
What do you say, Martin?
That's when we have our nicest weather. It starts getting warm, but it's not hot. Probably in the 70s, like low in the 60s, 80s in the day.
Yeah. By the way, Martin, you don't need no ecstasy, man. Shit, you get some.
I used to love ecstasy. That was the greatest.
Oh, I know, Martin. Hey, you know what? I hope you do go out there, Martin. Hey, Marcus.
I ain't going out there with a bunch of camping.
I'm going to bring Martin out there. Look for Martin. He's going to be the only black dude out there dancing with glow sticks and shit. It'll be Martin out there looking like Terry Crews. Martin! Martin! Wake up, man! Shit! Martin like, I feel like I'm 21 again!
Someone's going to hashtag Martin found Molly.
Terry Crews so big, he can go anywhere and do that. Ain't nobody going to say nothing to him.
He can do anything. Ain't nobody going to say shit to him. In fact, everybody going to try to do what he's doing. Shit. Yeah, that's a brand new dance craze. Everybody do the cruise.
Where's that clip from?
That's from White Chicks.
Oh, okay.
That's the only funny part of White Chicks, man. That movie made me mad. That's the only time I cracked a smile is when I saw that shit. People, y'all know the scene Terry Crews X'd up in White Chicks Dancing. If not, look it up. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen him do. That's the first time I said, I liked Terry Crews before, but that's when I said, I love this man. I wish he was my dad or my brother. I would say my little brother, but that motherfucker ain't nobody's little brother. All right. Let's see. Somebody, I like the chat. Somebody said, that's not Martin. Where's his hat? Somebody said, does Corey always have that clip ready? Wow, mysteriously I do. So, all right, man. Marcus, thank you, brother, for playing the game. We had a great time with you, and we will talk to you. Well, I guess not when you come to Austin, because you just pretty much told us to fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so.
I got love for you guys. Seriously, thank you guys for
Nah, man, your euphoria means more to you.
Yeah.
You got your prize now. You ain't got to lube us up no more.
Yeah, you ain't got to be nice to us. Take your ass on.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right, man. There you go. We'll talk to you later, Marcus. Bye-bye.
Make sure this is the right one.
It's her.
Good. Kill her.